It was just a huge explosion.
This is a high-powered gas line that ruptured and exploded. It sent flames hundreds of feet into the air.
The fire continues to consume homes.
I have the privilege of representing 55 families, all of which had suffered from the immediate aftermath of this blast. People who were killed, people who suffered serious injuries, people who ran for their lives and lost their homes.
Literally a half a block of homes burning.
Sue BULLIS was a devoted wife and mother to her husband and son, who she lost in this blast. The one thing that she said to me, and I'll never forget it, it is not about money. It's about full accountability. The initial reports from PG&E is that somehow or other, there was a 2-foot missing weld in a 28-foot section of pipe that apparently had been overlooked. People would not accept that this was just some simple mistake, that people could apologize half-heartedly and then walk away from that disaster. That's when I met Steve Campora.
We represented the GREIG family. James and his daughter Gabby survived, and Jacqueline GREIG and her daughter Janessa, a 13-year-old girl, were killed in this fire when they were fleeing from the home. They were burned to death in the front yard of their home.
In a short period of about 8 months, Steve and I went through millions of pages of documents. We took over 40 depositions together. It was a 24/7 endeavor, but we got at the truth.
I was surprised to learn that a company that is regulated by a governmental entity could do the things that they did and go undetected for as long as they did. And they were going forward, making engineering decisions that they knew could cost people their lives. What I'm most proud of is that we actually, before we even talked about dollars, before we talked about selling the case, we had in place a process that we thought would make the gas transmission lines in California safer. My client didn't want the death of his daughter and the death of his wife to have no meaning.
This is one of those cases that you dream about when you go to law school, because you recognize that the significance of the case is not just getting fair compensation for somebody who has been victimized through no fault of their own. It's a case where you can effect change.